Hi guys, welcome to the question how much to tip movers. Yeah, that's always a little bit of difficult to find out when you go to Google and try to find a solution for that. You get a lot of different answers. I mean, we have been moving a couple of times within US. Of course, this is related to US. In other countries, it's different. In Europe, probably most of the countries you don't give any tip. But yeah, in US, it is very common in a lot of service areas that you tip workers, especially in a restaurant, of course. And yeah, so the question is how much to tip a mover. So we have always been pretty generous, but I thought, yeah, it's a lot of money. And so, I mean, you can see that's the first answer which you get. They tell you $4 to $5 per hour per mover. So if you have a crew of 4 people for the like 10 hours, so you could end up with additional maybe $200 or something like that, which is a lot. And so I mean, we are on moving now, and of course it is time to move for a lot of people now because there's a new year, new school year. A lot of people are moving now. It's close to the end of the month, so it's a good question for a lot of people. So we got a lot of quotes, and some people we invited or to our home to check out, or movers just wanted to look at the whole stuff to give a decent quote. And there was a guy. He told us he has been in the moving business almost for his entire life, at least for 30 years, and he seemed to know almost everything. And so we asked him how much to tip, and he told us, the whole quote for that job was around $900, and it was meant to be like 3 person for about 8 hours, something like that. And he told us he would tip maybe $20 to $25 per person. So that's then actually more down to $3 or something like that. Of course, like every time when you decide to tip somebody, depends on how good the job was. I mean, if they damaged a lot, scratched a lot, and were really unfriendly, I definitely would not give too much. If they really did a great job, didn't damage a lot, and were really super friendly, then I would definitely give more. And what you also could do is to think about like compensate with a meal, like when the move is during lunch. I mean, it takes a lot of time for the movers to organize something like food, and it would be it's usually really convenient for them if you organize something. But of course it would be nice if you ask them what kind of food they liked, because probably 90% of the people will just come with pizza, and if you are a professional mover and you get pizza every day, it's maybe not so funny anymore. But I was surprised when we moved last time and we didn't ask for if they want lunch. They already came. I mean, we were thinking about that, but they already came at about 11 o'clock with 2 pizzas. Like one of the guys just went, I don't know how this worked. I think that they were calling, they were calling a pizza delivery service, and they in a sudden had 2 pizzas at about 11 o'clock. I'm not so sure about that. Maybe they were not professional movers, just students doing some kind of weekend job, I don't know. So it could a little bit depend. But of course you always have to consider the amount what they get. If you order a discount mover, maybe they are on like $10 per hour. If you go for a high-end mover, then they are rather probably on a $20 rate per hour. So I mean, if somebody is already paid $20 per hour, my opinion is that they do not really need a lot of tip. They are not depending on that. If a mover is on a $10 per hour, then he's probably more depending on the tip. These are just things what to think about. But really, the thing what I really heard from this guy was $20 to $25 per day. And yeah, so this is what I can tell you. And even when it seems to be rather low, I mean, I think this guy would not suggest a really super low tip amount for any reason. I mean, he was thinking about, he was expecting us to hire him, and so of course he doesn't want that we tip too low, so probably that's still a decent amount. Yeah, so that's it for now. I don't have any more information about that. Would be really interesting to learn from you what your experience is. Of course, sometimes it's really hard to find out if people are really satisfied or not with a tip. Usually they don't tell you if this is more or less than expected. They just take it. But maybe you are in a similar business, or you have worked as a mover. Would be really interesting to learn from you. What's your experience about that? If you have something, just leave anything in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.